Ahmedabad test match between India and England, played with a pink ball, was the shortest ever completed test match since the post-war era. Since 1935, it was the shortest completed test match. Now, India won the match by 10 wickets and they went 2-1 up in the series. What followed was a debate around the pitch at the Narendra Modi Stadium, the newly made, humongous, the massive, the biggest cricket stadium in the world, the Narendra Modi Stadium. Well,
सोचा था खेलेंगे 50 लाख 1 करोड़ के कॉन्टेस्ट, पर लोग ज्वाइन ही नहीं किए और कॉन्टेस्ट रह गया सिर्फ 50,000 का। हाउस पे आओ, हाउस पे चलते हैं गारंटीड कॉन्टेस्ट, मतलब guaranteed prizes. Visit houseit.com. Download the Houser app now.
A lot of big debates and arguments for and against the pitch. There were mostly the English cricketers, the former English cricketers, who were actually complaining about the test wicket. There were some from India as well, the likes of Yuvraj Singh and V.V.S. Lakshman, who called the pitch unfit or inappropriate for a test match. While there were other legends like Sunil Gavaskar blaming the batting instead for the poor performance of the batting or the meager totals on the pitch. And there was, of course, the latest is R. Ashwin, who had a scathing counter-attack to all the questions surrounding the pitch, saying that who really defines what a good pitch or what a good wicket for a test match is. Now, we do not see it. It's actually understandable and it is obvious that there will be some debate for any test match that has ended in merely 2 days. But for England, this is nothing new. In fact, in the last 5 years, it has been 5 times that England has been bundled out for a total of less than 100. In fact, it's the only country in the world which has been bundled out for a total of less than 100, more than twice in the last 5 years. In 2018, against New Zealand in Auckland, England were bundled out for 58 in the first innings of the match. While in 2019, it was the second innings of the match that England were bundled out for 77 against the West Indies. In 2019 again, it was the first innings of the test match when England were all out for 85 against Ireland at Lord's. England were bundled out for 67 in the second innings of the match against Australia at Leeds in 2019. And this is the 5th instance at Motera when India bowled out England for 81 in the third innings of the match. An interesting point is that 2 of these totals have come at home on English soil and the other 3 have been away from home. England, in fact, have managed to win 2 of those matches. The Leeds encounter against Australia and the Lord's match against Ireland. And if we talk about last time India was bundled out for a total less than 100 in the past 5 years, well, it was in December 2019, the infamous 36 all out at the Adelaide Oval. But we do not remember India really or any of the former Indian cricketers whining about the wicket or the pitch at the Adelaide Oval. Well, for England, the problem in the batting was mostly the straight deliveries. The bowlers like Akshar Patel and Ashwin bowled wicket to wicket. The straight deliveries were more of a problem where the English batsmen were struggling. And now we have the 4th test match which will be starting from Thursday and that will also be played at this same pitch in Ahmedabad. Now we have to see, of course, if the pitch curator brings out any changes in the nature of the soil and nature of the pitch. We do not expect some drastic changes, any of the drastic changes. We do expect it to turn. And of course, as we mentioned, it was not that great of a turn as we saw in Chepauk, but it was the straight deliveries, the disciplined and controlled bowling from the Indian bowlers. We'll of course now have to wait and watch if the English batsmen or the English team and the think tank have had some introspection about their batting collapses in the past 5 years, and which is still continuing, and what they really do about tackling that problem.